So this
I'm
hand,
the most Brazilian gringo.
this hand is an open cutoff, 2.5x, Dunkaroos, 3 bets to 12 bigs in the big blinds. It started about, 100-ish. 10-8 deuce with a flush draw. Dunkaroos
I'm not seeing the
continues.
hand. At me?
It's on stream right now.
Oh, right now it is on stream. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
There was a small delay between us talking and the stream.
You have Twitch, right? I think Twitch is like, for me, it was 6 seconds delay, but seeing as you're across the world, might be a bit more.
I'm checking now on YouTube because Twitch was not really streaming well for me. Oh, that's a good flop.
Yeah. So half on this type of board will be like I struggle still, picking sizings in those like single raise spot are already like one thing, but then 3-bet is like.
I mean, in the end, like pick. It's more the range and the frequency that you play with the sizing that you pick. So I think, or at least to a certain degree, I think here, anything like half pot to pot or slight overbet is fine. I think 1/3 would kind of miss the point. But yeah, you can play half pot and then bet a little bit more, or you can play 3/4, bet a little bit less, or you can play pot and bet even less. These are all options. So he chose half pot. That's probably just his the sizing that he chooses. I would say probably in theory you prefer to bet a little bit bigger. How deep are they? They're 100 BB deep.
Yeah, a little bit more than 100.
Yeah, then especially if when you go a little bit more than 100 BB, you definitely want to be upsizing this board, I would say.
103. Okay, so really 100.
I think this is obviously fine.
Yeah.
We get a call.
And then king of clubs on the turn. And Dunkaroos, he continues small.
Yeah, so kind of similar concept to what we talked about earlier, right? When the ace hit on the turn.
We see a call by JasamGale, Queen on the river. That's the death card for Dunkaroos. He checks though. And JasamGale the one to jam in position. It's a straight versus a straight, but we got a flush as well with it. Pretty brutal.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of the river check. Yeah, I mean, you hit quite a lot of like Queen X on the river that you want to check. You do block some of the bluffs. I guess you gain some value from 7s with a club, 9s. Yeah, very interesting river spot in terms of what you want to do. Also, depending on how much sizings you want to add. I don't know if there was still room actually for another block, but I could see that being a thing as well. But you could also just say, okay, I'm going to jam or check. This hand.
Yeah, he had 63 bigs on the river, and there's 81 in the pot.
Definitely room for another block. I mean, I think the GTO strategy here is going to be very complicated. This is a very... Some hands will block, some hands will check, some hands will jam. I wouldn't be able to tell you. The simplified way to look at this, you have to always... So with every line or every decision that you make, you gain EV by some hands doing something, and you lose EV by certain hands doing the other thing. So what I mean with that is, let's say you check here. You miss value from potential bluff catchers that are now going to check behind, but that could have called your all-in, right? But you gain EV by hands that would always fold to your bet, but that would now bluff, for example. And then basically you have to weigh out which hands are more dominant in Vinland's range. So are there more bluffs or are there more bluff catchers, right? Because let's say, for example, he has a set. It doesn't really matter what you do. You jam, he calls, you check, he jams, you call. So you never lose value from a set. So this hand would lose value from... Would 2-pair always jam? Yeah, I think 2-pair would always jam. So you're mainly looking at the 1-pair region. So are there more 1-pair hands that villain will hero call you, or are there more 1-pair hands that villain would bluff if you jam? And then, like I said, it's a matter of combos. So, for example, pocket 7s with a club will never hero call you. but I would see always play this way, and therefore could bluff the river. Pocket sevens, pocket sixes with a club. I think these are like already, so there's already 6 combos of bluffs, right? And what would be the hero calls? I guess King Jack of diamonds would be a hero call. Well, he blocks that. That's 9. Nice. King 9 would be a hero call. King 9 of diamonds. So we can pocket jacks would be a hero call. So we can already kind of see there's some logic behind the check. Like it blocks the hero calls and it unblocks the bluffs. Like I said, if he has 2 pair plus or something, doesn't really matter what you do. You do lose some value versus a hand like ace queen with the ace of clubs or ace king. I think you can lose value from. I don't know if that jams if you check. Not 100% sure. But that's kind of you get some insights into the FOB process.